It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He had a great week last week. Well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Black Knights and the Commanders on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we finish. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith. They begin the drive with Williams. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Smith. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Finding room at midfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 14 carries, 58 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here, because to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
2nd and 5 now. Smith got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Geno. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, got that done. wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw for a touchdown pass.
We got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that, because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
Here we go. 77 Wolf.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
19 tight.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Black Knights are able to strike that quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here. Down to a knee. And this drive will start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Gino now to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Smith-Schuster, 51 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. London about set to take over on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Through one quarter, 14-7. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing now is Gino. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Now Gino on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaking up. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he fires one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, 37 yards. And the Black Knights have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Washington! Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. London about set to take over on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the score.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the 2nd quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
They'll take over 1st
and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice trip?
Touchdown! Quills Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Black Knights are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Smith on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On second down, Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw is Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the 50, it's Smith. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a first down throw, it's Smith. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Smith. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Smith. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. Complete. It's Dotson. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Hurts throw into the hands of Andrews. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Black Knights get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 29, Smith. They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. Now Gino. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third.
Don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. And they rattle off a big one. 69 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Black Knights come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott now to add the extra point. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Williams going to get it again on second down. He takes this for 3 to the 29. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On second and goal, Hurts got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Black Knights have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 2nd and 12, Smith. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, Smith. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Smith steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Smith. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
they'll take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go play action with Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Quez Watkins, 89 yards. And the Black Knights get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Brown with his stick skills. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Touchdown! A great play there. 26 yards. And the Black Knights take a 3-touchdown lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith to the right side and complete to top. And oh, he coughed it up. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football defensively. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Gesicki from 8 yards out. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. London about set to take over on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Tackle made back into the 10-yard line.
19 tight, 19, Buffalo 18.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. On 1st down, Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here we go, set.
Now Gino on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Gino now to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Throwing now is Gino. Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Hurts sets up to throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Hurts. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Black Knights are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against it.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Black Knights are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now of course all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, it's Smith. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. From the 45 on second down, Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Parker hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Throwing again on second down. Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Smith on first down. And now here's another interception. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL. It's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the 4th quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
From the 50, it's Smith.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now Geno. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit. And wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will remain well behind.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
And what a big-time play there. 41 yards.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and goal. Hurts.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Elliott now to add the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he is all the way up past the 25. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, Jubal. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to them.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Smith. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And some room to work. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
London about set to take over on offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first.
It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right. knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. On 1st and 10, Smith. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT in return for 6.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't. Because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.